Well, for the moment, nobody is elected, not a single deputy member of parliament. Counting usually happening here behind me. Those counting are on a little break. But there is no doubt that here behind me in Dublin Central constituency, a key constituency in this country, Mary Lou MacDonald will be the first one to be elected, probably topping the poll. Her party, Sinn Fein, on the nationalist left, has a very narrow majority at the moment, but could be could win the popular vote. Now, it's they're unlikely to be able to have enough members of parliament to be able to form a government. They didn't the last time round, and they have less votes this time. So it's very unlikely they'll be able to go into government, which was very much their wish. On the other hand, Fianna Fáil, one of the outgoing the parties that were in government for the last 5 years, could be there with not enough members of parliament to form alone a government, but to go back into government sharing with their coalition partners of Fine Gael, the party of the outgoing Taoiseach Prime Minister Simon Harris. If you look at the last opinion polls that during the vote yesterday, the man who was seen to be the most, the favourite to be Taoiseach Prime Minister was Micheál Martin, head of Fianna Fáil. So this is very much where we're going. Now, as you mentioned, this and the key issue in this election was the housing crisis. Now, one economist described the situation here as Ireland is a rich country, but people feel poor because there is an infrastructure problem. In fact, experts say this country needs at least 250,000 new houses built every decade. Now, the outgoing coalition, Simon Harris, the Taoiseach, the Prime Minister, told us that he would like to build over 300,000 houses in the next 5 years. Will that be possible? He will certainly be judged on this promise, whether him or his coalition partner are able to deliver that. But definitely the cost of living is one of the key problems in this country. And you mentioned immigration. 1 out of 5 people working in this country comes from abroad. And that also shows that the country is changing.
Now, just very, very quickly, one far-right independent candidate could be elected. What can you tell us about him?
Yes, well, it's going to happen again in this constituency here behind me. And this man, Jerry the Monk Hutch, is described by Simon Harris, the Prime Minister, as a criminal. Is the head of a gang, and he is currently on bail of a money laundering charge, with organized crime in Spain. And he's very likely, despite his almost lack of campaign, to be elected. This is a man who has millions of followers on TikTok. This is a man who stood on an anti-immigration ticket, and that's the key. You now have far right-wing extremists, including criminals. This will be the first time ever anybody here in this country is elected to Parliament on an anti-immigration ticket, and the first time the head of a crime family is indeed elected. So you have a bit of Trumpism, populism in this country, and this is now becoming clearly visible.